What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the chat. I'm actually here just doing it solo. I'm not doing the roundtable this week. Everybody just had travel plans and things to do. So I decided, why not? Let me just go live. I'll do some more practicing. And I was actually supposed to, as usual, go earlier. But I was just figuring out, tweaking things here and there. And you can actually hear, I actually have background music. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner over here, you'll see it has the label of the song. So this is royalty-free 8-bit sound. Hopefully it sounds good. Not really sure. Let me look here just to make sure. Yep, it's chiptunes. Anyway, so I'm trying this little plug-in to see if it sounds any good, because I feel like just me talking is kind of boring. So anyway, welcome to the stream. So what I did was yesterday, the Game & Watch, this is the the color screen one. It's kind of a tribute to the old Game & Watches they had back in the day. And I'm sure there's a ton of unboxing videos, so I didn't really want to do like an official video on it. But I did want to open it up, and I said, you know what? I had answered a couple questions with friends, and they said, hey, I wish I could see it and check it out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. It has some of the older games on here. Really, I just wanted The Legend of Zelda for the NES and a portable. I mean, I know they have the Nintendo Switch, but this one is just no frills. You just get it, you open it. The form factor is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I have everything on the side here on my bench. So I'm going to have an overhead, while I'm doing the unboxing, and I'm going to kind of compare it. I also have the one that I got last time. This is the Game & Watch for the Super Mario Brothers. And I always buy multiples, right? So I have two of them. So this one here is sealed. I've never opened it up. And then this one here, I did open up. And I have just displayed in the arcade. I actually have a 3D printed case that I got from Northeast Mike. He kind of printed it for me. So you can kind of put it in like that, and it just holds it all. It's really cool. It's this right here. So I'm probably gonna get one for this as well. I might have one somewhere. He might have printed two for me. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. So honestly, this is just a just because video. For live streaming, so I'm gonna go ahead and just chat with you guys just for a little bit, and then we'll get going with this unboxing. Let me see, let me put in my stuff here. There we go. So if you guys haven't seen my channel before, I've been doing a lot more live stuff now because my time is super limited between work, family, and everything else. So I do have I post a lot of stuff on Twitter, where I just put pictures of stuff I'm working on. I have the same thing too with Instagram, so if you want to see me on there, I'm Dell's Arcade over there. And last but not least, if you guys want to subscribe, we have a lot of things planned, or I say we, meaning the community. I always make this a we thing, because it's not only me, it's my friends, everybody I talk to in the community. This is, like, in my opinion, of course, the best hobby in the world. So anyway, so this thing is awesome. It goes for like $50. This isn't an endorsement. I don't work for Nintendo or anything, but these things are really cool. This is getting to like how Nintendo used to be, the core of them, where they're just releasing products that are super good quality. These do not have, I don't think they have an out. They have a USB-C connector on here, I guess, to charge it and stuff. Honestly, I don't think I've ever charged it since I've gotten it, and it's lasted forever. I don't play it as often as I should, but anyway, it does not have an output for HDMI, for TVs or anything like that. It's just a standalone unit, and you can kind of just, has, of course, a clock built in. So anyway, I will, I guess, get my setup here ready on the side. Let me go ahead and switch to that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just switch to it now. So it looks a little dark, but luckily we have everything here where I can kind of change it over. Let me just double check here. I got my bench. There we go. All right, cool. So let me just minimize everything here. Just give me 1 second. Let me turn on the light while I'm at it here. There we go. So now it's nice and bright. You guys can see it. So what I'm going to do is, let me just turn off my wallpaper. I have to switch to, I'm going to switch to this. I'll do it live on the air. I don't really care. But basically, I have my Delusional's arcade logo up there. I'm going to kind of swap that out real quick. I think it's this one right here. Okay, so we'll have more room. So normally I have guests where we're doing stuff and they'll be in the upper left-hand corner there. So I'll take this one out too. That's my animation. And we're good to go. So again, you know, subscribe if you can. And also I'm on Twitter, like I said. And I'll probably have pics of this up after the feed. And this here is my Instagram account. So cool. All right, so these are them. I'm gonna just turn them over. You might get a little bit of glare, which is why I kind of have them at an angle here. Let's see, I'll put this one underneath, so it won't do that. There we go. So these are them. You can compare it to the other one here. So this is the Game & Watch that I got previously. Like I said, you know, I might seem a little greedy that I bought 3 of them, but I'll explain. So basically what I did was, I bought one to not open, just like I have one over here. Like this here is unopened as well, you know, that I just want on my collection. And another one's going to go to my son for Christmas. He doesn't know it yet, so don't tell him. And this one is going to be just one that I have out and open for the arcade, you know, for people to play and stuff. So I don't think it's that greedy, I guess. But normally these are like $50 a piece. I actually pre-ordered the 2, and then yesterday I went out and when I went to grab it, I said, you know what, let me buy one extra just to have that I'm not going to open. So 3 doesn't seem like a lot. People are like, oh, they're going to be sold out, you know, but they had plenty in the store. And I know a buddy of mine told me that they had 100 at Target, and, you know, he's in Las Vegas. So I'm sure they have, you know, after the first ones are kind of hard to find, but the second one, you know, is a little more easy to find. So let's see here. Let me go ahead. What I'll do, I'm just gonna kind of crack it open. Actually, before I even do that, let me go ahead and show you guys this one. And let's see if let me turn it on here. So there's a power switch on the side, and you can see it's paused. Let me go back to the time. So these are really neat where they have a time. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. Yeah, and they're self-lit. Like, if I were to turn this light off, honestly, right here, it should still show there. Because it's LCD, it's backlit. It's unlike, you know, the old LCDs, you didn't really have that. You couldn't play them in the dark like you can with these. So these are great for road trips in the car with the kids. Yourself, if you're like, you know, if you commute to work by public transportation, it's pretty cool. There's no internet required. So this is the original one, which had... I'll kind of go through it. Let me see if I can light it up again. Yeah, I think that's fine. You can set the contrast and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and do that. I can't remember what I got to do here. Oh, I think it's... No, that's the volume. Here it is. So that's contrast. So I'll turn this all the way up so you guys can see it better. But this is the original one. You can go to the game here. You can select Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, and of course Ball, the classic one. And they work. Super Mario Brothers 2 is actually the lost levels on this one, and it's really awesome. It kind of didn't really blow me away, but I just thought it was really neat. I used to love the Game & Watches. I used to have a whole bunch of them, and who knows what happened to those. I lost them all, or they got broken or something. I do have a box for one of them. I think it's Donkey Kong Circus, but not really sure what happened to the game, so I gotta ask my family. Chances are probably one of my siblings just grabbed it, and you know, who knows what happened to it. But anyway, so this is that one there, and you can see sort of a glare that really bothers me, so I gotta put something underneath. What I'll do is I'll take this is actually to adjust monitors. Maybe I'll just put it in one of there. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, perfect. So that's it right there. I'll zoom out a little bit as well, and then what you guys can see is, let's see, this is the original box for that one, and then we have this one here. So I'm going to take this out of the way. We'll kind of get rid of this, or put it to the side for now. I'll put it up there. I'll leave this here because I do want to be able to compare and not have a glare if possible. Yeah, it just has to go a little bit higher. Let me see if I have a thicker marker or something I can put underneath it. This will hold here. It won't roll anyway because of that. That's not too bad. I guess I could do that. So anyway, so that's it. I have an X-Acto knife here, and I'm just going to cut the seals on the side. I think it Yeah, it does have a seal here, so I'm gonna just slice that open. I don't have to be as careful with this because, again, I do have an extra one. But still like to be nice and neat here. I think you gotta do both in order to slide it out. So let's see here. I'll zoom out a little more. Wild Geese, what's going on? Kevin, CC Games. Yeah, they're selling. The last one's got sold out, Kev. If you guys don't know Kevin, CC Games CEO, he actually has a company in Ohio, game store. He has two of them, actually, that he's a partner in. And he's also on John's Arcade, right? You're the game store guy there on this podcast. So, anyway, so I got these. Hopefully, they won't be sold out for you guys, but, you know, this is a Zelda one. It's really cool. It has a Game & Watch Classic on there, too. So, I'll zoom in on this. I wonder if it's Juggler, I'd be kind of disappointed if they did that, if they gave us another Juggler, but like a Zelda version of it. Kevin, you probably already know what's on here, since you're selling them. Let me just double check what's on this one. What is it? This one's empty, this one's full, so I'm not going to open that one. Yeah, the other one had it too. Let me just look, hang on. I'm trying not to get the glare, because it's killing me, this glare. It's because of my, what I'm set up. So I'm opening this one, and this one actually has the Juggler one. See? And it's really cool, because it actually goes over it like that. It's like this kind of cool looking sleeve that transforms it to modernize it. I thought that was a really nice little touch. So they basically did the same thing with this one, where they have this right here. It looks like he's hammering something, so I'm not really sure what that's about or what game it's based on, but it's the same deal where this thing slips on like that and kind of modernizes it to the color Legend of Zelda stuff. So this is the game I really wanted. I think they have other stuff in there too, so we'll see. Anyway, so let me unbox the rest of this. Is this sealed here? Is it open? Let me just double check. I don't want to tear it. Yeah, I was able to open it. Alright, so let me zoom out a little bit again. Get a better look here. Yeah, so Kevin confirmed, yeah, it's on Video Game Outsiders that he's on, the game store guy. So here it is. This is the back of it. It says here that it comes with The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Another one of my favorites. A lot of people did not like that game because it was so different from the first. But I think it's a great game. It could have been any game. It didn't have to be Zelda, but it was still very, very fun to play. And then Link's Awakening, I believe that's the one that's on the Game Boy Color or Game Boy itself. This was a really good game. I'm looking forward to playing that because I've played it in emulation only, and I've never finished it on emulation because, you know, it's a little clunky where I had to play it on my computer. I just never got around to it. But with this, I can actually finish the game. That's the thing. These, I'm assuming they have the battery save somehow built in, but would love to play this again. Same thing with this. I'd love to play all of them, but this is the one I'm really looking forward to as well because I remember playing that. And then there's something called Vermin, the Link version. I'm not really sure what that is. You have the playtime clock, which is normal, just like the other one, and the playtime timer, same thing on the other one. So, cool. So let me take this out here. Oh, it looks like this is a display too. I never really realized that. It just fell out. I got scared for a second. I'm like, oh crap, it's not in there. But no, this is it here. So I'll probably mess around with that display as well. That's cool that they do that. Maybe I won't have to 3D print it. I'm not sure if the other one had it. I'll have to check, but let's open this up and see what we got. Ooh, nice. Cool. I'm assuming it's fully charged, but you never know. But it's the same. I'm going to compare it to the other one. Same exact thing as the other one. You know, just different color. So that says Super Mario Brothers on the top. This says The Legend of Zelda. Just kind of cool. Nice. And then you have that on the side, which is for the speaker. And then on the back. Yeah, this is cool. I heard this. Somebody told me. Little cheat. This lights up. Pretty sure it lights up when you turn it on. So let's actually check it out. I'll do it now. that looks like it's lighting up to me. Let's see. There. Cool. That's awesome. And then that's the game. That's my least favorite picture of Link, by the way. He looks kind of stupid in there. But anyway, it says press the time button. So let me actually turn it on again. It says press the time button, which I'll do. And it says 12 o'clock, which is not the time. I know it's pretty late here, actually, on the East Coast. It took me a while to get this off the ground. It's 12:27, so see if I can set the time here. And I'm sure there are Easter eggs on this one. I know for a fact there are Easter eggs at certain times that'll do things. And then I know there's going to be YouTube videos on that where people link to, you know, you can set it to whatever time and then you see the little animation change depending what time it is. So let's see here. You know what? Let me go to games just to see. So there's Zelda. I guess you could do English. I'm assuming that's Japanese. That's cool. It's a Japanese version on that. That's pretty neat. What else we got? We got Adventures of Link, English, same thing, Japanese. And I'm assuming the last one here too. Link's Awakening. Oh, it's in French, Dutch, Japanese, and English. Cool. And then this is the game, I don't know what it is. And then of course the timer, which is built in. Yeah, I can't remember, and you can hear it. You hear that little ticking sound? Yeah, so that's basically the ticking timer that you see. It sounds just like the original there. Cool, so I just selected that, and I think now it's in demo mode here. Cool. Let me go to game now. I want to try... Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is actually the timer. Because it changed to 12:01. So I want to set it. So set time. Let's see. Okay, so 12:28 at this point now, right? Yeah, it's 12:28. Okay. Alright, so now it says 12:28. Cool. Nice. Hey, Omega Mark, what's going on? Yeah, I'm being a night owl. I'm actually, I had father-daughter date today with my daughter, just hanging out at the house. It was pouring outside. And thank God nothing came in the house. I had an issue where we had Ida, where I just had a little bit of seepage because it was just so much volume of rain coming down, but nothing it has been fine since. It was like 1 in 100,000 chance that would happen again. But anyway, so my other half, she's actually out with friends, just celebrating a birthday party that she had. She does that often because it's pretty cool that we have like the same mutual friends and stuff. But instead of me going with her, and you know, sometimes I'll do that, and then we'll just have a sitter come in or something. A lot of times I'll be like, nah, just go. I'll just make it father-daughter evening, and then we just hang out. And she goes and tells everybody that I said hi and does her thing. It's fun. So I get my time, and I get to spend time with my daughter as well. So it took a little while for me to get this off the ground today. Because I'm adding the music in the background. So hopefully you guys hear that. Hopefully you can confirm that you hear some sort of 8-bit music in the background. And you should be seeing an upper right thing with what's playing. I'm pretty sure if I go to my YouTube. Yeah, it looks like it's happening there. So cool. So yeah, this thing is beautiful. Look at this. Ugh. So I have the original here. I'm going to pop that out. So this is the... kind of scroll down if you can squeeze both in, but this is the Super Mario one. Let me zoom out a little bit, and I'm sorry for the glare. The glare is just terrible on this thing, but yeah, it looks like this one too. I guess they're both the same. I was gonna say like one looks more gold than the other one, but it's not. I thought Zelda would be gold, but I guess they chose green, which is cool. But what's awesome, like we said, if you're just joining, on the back, this one doesn't really do anything, it doesn't light up, but this one does. You could barely see it here if I shut off the light again. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it lights up. That's so cool. Yep. So I had already expected that was going to happen. When it comes to lighting it up, somebody had posted it, and I was like, oh man, I got to mention that in my chat here. So give me 1 second. I'm actually checking the baby monitor. And it looks like she's good to go. Yeah, we had such a good time tonight. Watching movies on Netflix and hanging out, having pizza. You know, it's a lot of fun. So here's the, again, in comparison, this is the Super Mario Brothers. It does have a stand. I kind of feel kind of dumb for having this printed, but Northeast Mike actually hooked me up and had this printed. It's, if you look at it, it kind of holds the Game & Watch kind of in this slot here. And then it holds a couple others. I'm guessing that maybe this isn't supposed to be filled and only this is. I don't know. But let me zoom out a little bit. So I can kind of put that in there like that. And then the unopened box I can put back here for kind of a nice little display there. I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see it a little better. But that's how it looks. I think it looks pretty badass. You can be balling if you do this to say, look, I got 2 of them. But no, I think that looks good the way it is. So that's the stand that we had 3D printed. Again, Mike, thanks for doing that. I think there's a file out there that you could download to do that. It's weird how it has that space in there, but it's definitely not supposed to really be anything. You know, because when you look at it this way, it just looks so much better, you know, like when it's like this. It's pretty cool. So, all right, so I'll leave that there, but it looks like this here, I don't know if the other one had that. I'm going to check real quick. Hang on. Let me put this on here so you won't get a glare. But this is the original Game & Watch that I had for Super Mario Brothers. And I'm curious. I can't remember if it had that or not. No, it looks like it didn't. So it just had a regular box. Nothing else. And that's it. So, cool. So that's one thing they improved that I'm sure nobody really talks about. You know, that the fact that they have a stand built in. It's kind of neat. So I'm putting this back in. I'll close it up. So that's great. So I'm going to use this for my Mario. And then I will use the other one. Here, let me go ahead and switch it now. So that's for Mario. And I'll have my thing right there. And that looks pretty cool. You know, if I were to turn it on. Very cool. Yeah, so I'll leave that there. And this one, it tells you how to assemble it. So let me move that over a little bit and see. Okay, so it says step 1, step 2, so you put the sides on, and then 3, you put it down. So I wonder if this part here comes off. No, it doesn't. It's just the back that you have to do. So I'm just going to use this to, and I got it all fingerprinted already, but I'm just trying to just lift this up without killing myself here. There we go. So looks like that moves over. And this here. So that's good to tell people, Kevin, when they're buying it, that it comes with a stand. The other one did not. So, and then after you do that, I think this goes up here. They're saying kind of locks it. Yeah, locks it in place. Oh, I see. It snaps in there. It snaps in there. All right, cool. Nice. So I can do that, and then you just put this in there. I mean, looks pretty good. Has a little symbol and stuff. And it stands up, so I guess I can put them next to each other, right? It's hard to see at this angle, but I'm going to hold them up like this so you can see them. But I prefer this, honestly, because you get the whole box and everything. But I guess what you can do, too, is probably put this... Oh, no, you can't, because it won't do it because of that. I was going to say you can kind of put this over it to kind of be like that, but I guess not. You'd have to chuck this or put it somewhere. But still, right? Choosing beggars, it's not too bad if they have that. Wow, that was cool. He just did a secret and the 5 appeared. Wow. So, let me see if I can get some gameplay in here. I wonder if maybe I should mute the audio. Yeah, let me try doing that. I'm going to mute the audio for the stream of the browser. All right, so I just turned that off real quick. And let's see if we can play a game here. I'm going to turn it up all the way. I think it's under here. There we go. So I'll turn it up all the way. Wow, you can really hear it now. You hear that? Cool. And then maybe I'll zoom in and play some games. I'll put the mic near me so you can hear me. All right, so now I can get out of that. All right, so let me go here. I'm going to select. Wow, that's awesome. I'm trying to capture it by putting it down here. Wow, really cool. Yeah, looks just like the original. Yep, the whole scrolling. Awesome. So let me hit start here. So I believe, you know what? I just realized there's select and start in here because you have to get to the map. And on this one, it does not have it. It just has, you know, if we look at them side by side, they added those buttons. They have to because you need those in order to get to the menu and to the map. So very cool. So this probably cost them more to make because of that. So anyway, let me register my name. I think I gotta hit start. So I'm just gonna put Dell, of course. And then we'll go to end. I think you hit select. Register. Yep, there we go. Cool. Oh man, takes me back. And it's not, I mean, you can see it's not like you can't read it or anything. It's tiny, but it looks really good. Let me make sure before I continue. Let me make sure this is all the way up so you guys can see better. And then, okay, I think that's good now. Now it's loud. And this doesn't even do it justice because this camera for the overhead, it's 1080p. It's not 4K like my other camera on me. It would probably look amazing if you saw it in person, but it looks good to me. Man, I'm not as good as I used to be. Oh, cool. Nice. I can't remember where the first one is. Let's go to the first dungeon. It might be all the way to the left. I honestly can't remember. Alright, I'll just go left. I don't know if it's up and left. Go over here. Might be to the right. No. You can tell it's been a while since I played, huh? See what's in here. Oh, the old lady. You gotta give her the note. Gosh, I can't remember this game at all. Uh-oh. Almost dead. I know there's a secret here I can get ahead of time. But I'm about to die, so... Nope. One of these. Oh, I died. There's a secret there. You can get something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, so the main thing is, let's try saving. And see what happens. So, alright, yeah. It says one there. I'm going to shut it off. And we'll see if it saves it. Alright, turn it back on. Did they have a built-in stand? I think you're right, Omega Mark. I'm reading the chat now. I think it was like this metal clip, right, that would just pop out. Yeah, so that worked. Let me try actually going a game and going to a different game here, and it should hopefully... Yeah, look at that. Wow. This thing is definitely worth the money. For $50, it can't go wrong. Nice. So I hit start. I gotta register my name again. Again, we'll put in Dell. There it is. Here's that music. Yeah, it works great. I always thought this was so cheesy. When I first saw it, I was like, what is this little, yeah. I can't remember how to, I think you have to hit it like this. And it's been so long. Cool, so I could, let's up our life. Cool. And then I think there's an up attack, right? When you get, I think later on you can get the up attack enabled. There's a village. Wow, like you could read everything. If I go to this sign here, I think it's B. Yeah, see, you can read that. It's not tiny at all. Yep, that's error, isn't it? I forgot the guy's name. Oh no, I thought he was going to say, I am error. Unless spells use fire. Yeah, cool. So let's try saving on this. I'm going to go outside. I can't remember, there's a key combination, if anybody knows it, that you would do. Was it on the second controller? Maybe it doesn't work here, but you would be able to kill yourself and then automatically save. Jump up. Cool. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to actually die here. Let's get killed. There we go. Gotta kill one. Kill me. There we go. There we go. Oh, still. I forgot there's like 3 guys. I forgot this is a little different than the other one. So I gotta figure out how to get killed. Maybe I'll go over here, because I know it's dark, right? Yeah. There's things on the ground that can kill me, so maybe I'll die quicker here. Yeah, there we go. There it is. I can see it kind of. There we go. 2. And then the last one I'll save. Sorry, it's probably super boring. You're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm just trying to test the system to see what it's capable of, to be honest. I think I could see him a little bit here. Alright, come on, kill me. Alright. I think he laughs, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see if it, I'll hit save. And then it should have a little number 1 there. Let's see. Yep. So somehow, I guess it saves internally. It must have some sort of NVRAM or something. And this one I'll kind of skip for now, because I want to go to this one, because this will probably be shorter to show you guys. So vermin. So how do you bat them? Do you hit up? Oh, I see. It does it automatically. You just got to put your mallet over it. So you can only move 1, 2, yeah, 2, either way. And I think if you select game B, it's 2 points each. Pretty sure. Alright, so I'm gonna get killed here. I mean, you can escape at any time, but... So it looks like they're digging. The little moles are coming up. Let's see what happens when I just let them go. Yep, so 3 came up, I died. Cool. Alright, let's go to game. Timer obviously is a timer, which I'll get to in a minute, but I want to see what's up with Zelda. Oh man, I remember this. Now, when I played it on emulation, I played it, they had like a Game Boy Color hack on it, so you could change the colors so they were correct. But this looks like it's just the Game Boy coloring on here, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, it is a colored device, unless somebody knows how to do that. I was hoping it'd be color on here. Wonder if somebody can hack it to put in the correct ROM. Dylan again. Yep, just like I remembered it. But it is grayscale, just like the original Game Boy. Cool. So I'm just going to go through chat real quick. We got Wild Geese, CC Games, Omega Mark, Matty Mo's Arcade, Nick C, what's going on? He said if you hold A button for 5 seconds, you get full hearts. Is that true? Which game are you talking about? Did you see the light up Triforce on the back? Yeah, I already got to that, Nick. It's cool that they did that. There's a couple differences on the body that I can go over it again, but basically this one versus the... Oops, let me actually close this. Hang on a second. This is my X-Acto knife I used to cut it open. So I have the Game & Watch for the Super Mario Brothers here, and when you look at them, you can see the first thing off the bat that I didn't really notice until now, but there's a select and start on here because obviously the games require it, especially for Zelda, where you have the map and such, and the menu. So this one doesn't have it. The other thing is on the back, if you put them side by side, this here lights up. It's actually lit right now, but if I were to turn this off, you could see it right there. So badass. I love that. So because you can play these, you know, at night. And here's the other thing too. This is backlit. So if I were to turn off the light, right? It's like playing a Game Boy, but with the backlight, with no accessories, because it's LCD. It's pretty cool. But again, I wish it was in color. Maybe there's an unlock or something. But I did play this in color on the Game Boy Color. So hopefully somebody will do that. Or maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe in the menu. Screen size? What is this? I've never seen that. Full or original? Oh, I see. I didn't even notice. Typically, I like to go original. Because it's the aspect ratio is better, but I don't know. I'm going to set it to original for now. I wonder if it's just for this game that it asked that. But yeah, there's no other options. They should have one that says color. That would be really cool. All right, so let me get out of this. So I'm going to go back to game. Let's go back to this other one here. I'm curious if they have that option on here. So this is full. Yeah, see? So that's what it is. This one's just 4:3 aspect ratio, and the other one must be smaller, and it could be square because it's Game Boy Color. I mean, sorry, because it's Game Boy. So that makes sense. Let's see this one. What other option it has? Nope, that's it. Doesn't have it either. So yeah, it's cool. You could jump between each game, and it should save the state that it's in. So like if I were to go back to this one, I'm going to move to this screen here. I'm going to move to the right, hide in this corner right here. I'm going to switch game. I should be able to go to Zelda. Yeah, right now it's paused. And then I can do whatever. I can go back to this game. It should leave me right where it was right there. Yeah, see, it paused it. So that's cool. I like that a lot. Plus, it has the save in case you turn the unit off. Curious if I shut it off now, what happens. If I were to go back in, does it remember? Yeah, it unpaused it. Look at that. That's cool. I like that. And then the timer, we'll go to that now. That's the last one we got to look at. I wonder what it sounds like, actually. So let's see. What time is it now? I know it's late. It's 12:51. Let's set it for 12:52. I gotta see if it's military time or not. No, so it's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did it just jump? It says 10 o'clock. Oh, because it's a timer. I'm an idiot. All right, sorry. So I'll set this to... Oh, I see. I just pressed it by mistake. That's cool. I like that. I'm actually going to see if I can reset it here. Reset timer. Yes. And let's make it 1 minute. And we'll hit. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious how it sounds. And you can see the battery is actually not charged all the way. Hey, Mikey, thanks. I just realized he did a super chat. He put money for replacement batteries because mine would be flat in no time. I think this is rechargeable. But it'll go towards the cause, Mikey. Don't worry. Hey, D-Wags, what's going on? That's funny. Mikey was like, oh, hey, an actual Game & Watch on the Game & Watch itself. That's cool. It's true. It's like Inception, right? Game & Watch inside a Game & Watch. Oh, did it snow? It's snowing already, huh? D-Wags by you? Wow. All right, here it goes. Let's see what it does. We got 8 seconds here. Cool. So you were away from it? Wow. That's really awesome. It says push A. So I guess that either resets it or... Yeah, it basically resets it. That's really nice. So you could change the stage too by hitting B. That's pretty cool. There's tons of... I'm sure there's going to be tons of Easter eggs. I'm going to start watching them. I should have watched them first, but then I don't like taking credit, you know, for other people's hard work. So I'll just let them get the views and stuff. But look, I just realized these are little Triforces that are spinning. That's cool. So now I can go back to game here and then get out of that and then go back to this, and that's where I was. That's so cool. Awesome. So yeah, so let me go back to here and go to time. And it's basically just going through different levels, I guess at different times. I must have changed at midnight and I didn't realize it or something. But yeah, very cool. Nice. I'll put this underneath so that it will not get any glare. And then I'm curious, I'm going to put this over it here. Curious if this has the timer. No, this just has a set time. That's it. There's no timer whatsoever. Unless I go to game. Let's see. No, this one doesn't have it. So this has the added feature of an alarm in there and a timer. So you can set yourself a little timer that makes that little sound. So they did their homework, is all I got to say, compared to this one. I'll put them side by side here. And then maybe I'll zoom out a tiny bit. Yeah, cool. So yeah, difference is the select and start, as you can see right there. This one has a stand built in, which I just assembled, which I'm going to use. And then this one does not have a stand, but I do have a 3D printed one. So if you can get your hands on a 3D printer, this file is available on the internet. Maybe I'll link it in the description. I just didn't think that far ahead. But yeah, really nice. I'm glad I have spares, like I said. So if you guys are missing it, I bought one for my son. He never watches my YouTube. He only does it when I'm here. So this is his gift. This here, I have a second one actually, is because I want to leave it sealed. And then this one here is for the arcade for people to see, and they can pick it up and play at any time. Cool. So I spent, you know, altogether $150, but I pre-ordered these two ahead of time, and then I got the last one that I just opened now yesterday when I went to pick them up. They said they had tons of them, so it's not like I was taking it away from someone. So, but there it is. It's kind of crazy. I bought 3 of the other ones, so that's like $300 I've spent on these Game & Watches already. Which is probably, they were pretty penny back in the day. They were at least $70 or higher. I remember trying to beg my mom to buy them for my birthday. But there was just nothing like taking this thing out and flipping it open or having it like this. I know hopefully they'll come out with the flip ones. Those would be really cool, like the Donkey Kong. And I had Donkey Kong 2, which was like a junior. It was brown and like beige. I remember having that one. And I remember when I bought it and I was walking out of the store, I mean, I couldn't believe I had it in my hands. Like I just wanted to bring it to school, show my friends, but you know, I wasn't allowed to bring it. A lot of cool stuff. So yeah, I'll leave them there displaying their thing. But yeah, Legend of Zelda. Oh, I can't wait to start playing this. So what I do with my son, he's 13 now. He's getting older, man, but still, you know, he loves the classic games. But he most likely he's gonna play mine and be like, "Oh man, this is awesome. I wish I can get it." But I think he has a clue because I got it for him last year. He'll probably think, "Oh yeah, I'll do the same thing this year." So if he finds out, it's not a big deal. But I think he'll enjoy it a lot. Yeah, Nick C said he's waiting for the rose-colored gaming stand. I have the one they made for the Mario one. That's really nice. Oh, okay. I didn't even know they made it. Yeah, this one here, like I said, this is a 3D printed one that basically fits the game just like that. And then you can put the thing right in there, and it looks pretty nice, you know, once you have it on display. But I'll do the same with this. Instead of using this thing here, I can just put that in there like that. And then I can have that like that. And look how nice that looks. It looks good. I might have to get another one of these. And I got this from a friend. He just printed it for me. Anyway, so there you go. So today's stream actually was going to be me working on some stuff. But it got too late and the stream didn't go as planned and with my daughter and everything. So I decided not to. But I'll go real quick. But I was going to actually recap this thing. I kind of figured out what's going on. I think I showed this in a previous thing, but if you look really close here, or I'll use the pointer to do that. This is a hole in the flyback. So this thing probably just arced, made that hole, blew the fuse. The fuse is over here, and you can see it's popped. It's like charred and stuff. I didn't test it yet, but I can see visually it's bad. And then it took out the hot, and the hot is like right over here. So this has to be replaced. I have to just take it out and officially test it, but I would bet like my paycheck on that's taken out as well. So yeah, so I'll do a capping kit. This is actually for my Ring King because my Ring King is almost done. I'm gonna bring it in the arcade. I've been working on it weekly with Jeff. So let me put this back here on my little display so you guys can see it again. So there's that one. And there's this one. Cool. So I'll answer questions now in the chat here. You guys are chatting away here. Oh, this is actually set incorrectly. I just realized the time. So it just rang twice. I'm like, what is that? It did 2 little coin sounds. That's because it's 2 o'clock. So I can set that, I guess, in my time here. Set time. And it's not that late. It's 12. Well, it's about to be 1 a.m. Wonder if I can just wait for that to hit and then hit the button here. I'll do that. So once that hits over there, I'll just hit it. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? Anything good? Last week we had a really good show. We had Delusional's Roundtable, and we talked about high score form factors in arcade games and how it affects the high scores. And by the way, my buddy Jason, you know him as Kapow, or yeah, is it Kapow? Yeah, he wanted Kaboom. I think it was taken on the forums, but it's Kapow. And he actually talked to Walter Day. He had emailed him that day, never got a response, but I guess he was busy with stuff. So he emailed him, got a response back saying that there was no separate category for uprights versus cocktails and such. It was just one category for everything. So he just confirmed it there. So I don't know why they do that. There we go. I just set it for 1 o'clock just now. That's cool. It did like a little secret sound when it hit 1 o'clock. That's awesome. I love these things. I'll buy them all. If they release 10 of them, I'm going to buy them all. I think they're so cool. Let me see here. I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, I see D-Wax was talking about weather and that he got 3 inches there. I actually have to go get my tires changed. I'm thinking about, usually I get, instead of buying a new pair of tires, because my car, I'm probably going to end up, just driving it into the ground. It works great. But I use it to commute back and forth to work, and I want a truck so I can start hauling games and stuff. So I might wait till the spring, and what I might do is just, instead of buying new tires, because I need new tires, especially in the snow, I'm going to be slipping everywhere. They're not bad, but they're just not made for the snow. They're all weather, but the tread for all weather is really only good when you first get them. So I'm going to get snow tires, I think. Just buy 4 rims, 4 snow tires, put them on my car for the winter. And then when it's done, take them off. Let's see here. Oh, Mikey was saying his cousin had Donkey Kong Game and Watch. I think it drove him nuts, begging to play it. Oh, you drove him nuts. Yeah. I had this kid, God, what was his name? I want to say his last name was Ipolito. I know he's a Filipino kid. And I can't remember his first name, but I remember this must have been like 3rd grade, and he would bring his stuff to school, and we had like recess time, and he would like never let anybody play his freaking Game and Watch. Only a few select of his good friends, and I was one of those friends that like I got to play it every now and then, but not as much as his other friends. And he was like, "No, you can't play it now." Like he would use it as control, and it kind of sucked. So I wanted so bad to bring mine in and be like, hey, here you go. You can't play mine. Like tit for tat, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading this stuff here, catching up. You guys are writing a ton here. Oh, I just read Command the Line. What are you saying? Raining so hard, broke my roof. Oh, crap. I was on the phone today getting quotes. Oh, man. Yeah, rain sucks. I mean, it's great for the plants and everything, and it's part of nature, but every time it rains, I'm not going to lie, I always kind of get a little bit of anxiety because ever since I had that issue with my seepage in my basement, it wasn't fun to clean up. And then after I cleaned it up, like a week after it happened again because it poured, and it was only because the ground was so saturated from the last Ida, hurricane that came through, that it was just super saturated. But it didn't happen again. It poured today like crazy, like really bad. Like people were saying, "Holy cow!" They didn't even want to get out of their cars and wait until it kind of died down before they got out. And it didn't do anything. So I was very lucky again. But yeah, it's the worst when you have natural disasters like that. Sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. But at least you have insurance, so that's a good thing, right? Could be worse. So Mega Mark is saying, change my Zelda clock from PM to AM. Is it really? I have it wrong. Let's see. I have to go to set. Set time. Am I set to the wrong one? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's right. Thank you. I wonder if this one is the same. This one's set for sleep. That one's not, so I could probably set that. So set time. Oh, that's AM. Okay, so that one's fine. All right, cool. Thanks for that. Hey, Barricade, what's going on? Haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, I'm up. Like I said, I had daddy daughter day today. It was a lot of fun hanging out with my daughter. She's only 5, so it's just really cool. I mean, kids say the cutest things, and you just want to absorb that time. So did that, spent time with the whole family actually, and then her mom went out to a birthday party and to hang out a little bit. It was, she brought some food, and I decided just to stay home because, like, I've been super tired with work and everything. So then I took the opportunity to just hang out with my daughter. We watched some movies on Netflix and Disney, and then put her to bed. and then had some time to work on this. And I said, you know what? Let me stay up late. I wanted to do this around 10 o'clock, not 12. But I figured, what the heck? Wow. Yeah, so I'm leaving it on here just to do whatever, but I could switch it up if you want. Here, let's see. Let me actually talk to you guys. I'll switch back to my my view here. There we go. I'm back. So let me turn this off because this is super overpowering here. There we go. So now it has the better lighting here. So you can see I have Zelda running on the arcade in the back. That's emulation. It's running my NES emulator on that. And then this back here is my Dreamcast just running Metal Slug 6. It's actually running the Atomic Wave conversion that they made for Dreamcast. So I have that running on there. So I'm looking at chat. Let me see if I can go to the other chat. That way I can see it a little better here. Moving it over. All right, cool. So I upgraded my internet actually yesterday as well. So I'm trying to get gigabit internet connection, which I do have now. So I'm really super speed internet now. It's really fast. Unfortunately, this is kind of pissed me off a little bit when the guy was installing it. I said, "Hey, how come the upload isn't as fast as I thought it was going to be?" He's like, "I thought it was going to be a gigabit upload." He goes, "No, that's only FiOS. You know, we have Optimum over here, and unfortunately, they don't have the fiber." He's like, "The only way you can get that quick in upload speed is if you get fiber, and they haven't run them in this neighborhood yet." So I'm like, crap. But I am paying about half the price I was paying before. I got a great promotion they had. I signed up for it. There's no obligation. And I said, why not? You know, I'm literally, what did I have before? I had 115 download speed, kilobytes per second. Now I have 970. So it's way faster. Hey, Darren Wall, what's going on? You just joined the chat. So I'm just chatting, hanging out. If you guys have any questions or whatever of what I'm working on, I could answer those too. But I figured I'd do this unboxing just to show you what's going on. And I was really curious. I was going to open it on my own. And I really want to play it now. I'm looking at it. I really want to play this thing. It looks so cool. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait a little bit. Yeah, let me actually shut it off. I'm going to conserve the battery. What I will do is I'll probably charge it. I'm going to stick it in the charger here. It's USB Type-C. So, boom, it's plugging right now. It says charging. Yep. And I'll put that on the side so we don't hear it. And I actually had a beer. So what I've been doing, I was cheers to you guys, by the way. So I had the beer because I was working out more templates and stuff and plugins. Oh, let me turn on my music. I forgot about that. I turned it off because of the game, but let's see if I can enable it again. There we go. So you guys were probably wondering, why is it saying that in the upper right hand corner? It's because I have some digital music that I have that's royalty free. So let me go back to the chat here. So I keep looking to the left because this is where I have my screen set up. I have a vertical screen that's big that I can see everybody's chat. So I'm actually going to move this over here. Hey, from the UK. I forgot Darren's from there. You might have been on before. I kind of remember you. I see Joshua Manypenny. What's up, Deli Del? Thanks, man. I've been tinkering with Twitter as well, but Twitter doesn't allow you to do like streams that are high quality, in my opinion. I mean, they look good, but here I'm able to, if you guys look, if you're on a PC especially, click on the little cog below, and you'll be able to change and up the quality to 4K. So I'm actually broadcasting in 4K right now. So it looks really good. If you do it in 4K, you'll see the difference in the background. See how like it's blurry? Like you see, especially you can see it with Zelda. That's actually blurred because it's focusing on me, and then that's blurry in the background. So, bokeh, they call that. You know what? D-Wags, that's a great question. He said, the one I plan on leaving in the box, are you afraid the battery will ruin it? I don't know. I'd have to take it apart to let you know. I don't think so. I mean, I've had lithium battery stuff I don't know. I don't think it will. I'm gonna say no because it's alkaline batteries are the ones that leak. If you have lithium, like if you put in a CR2032 or something like in a motherboard, they just die. They don't really leak anywhere. I've never seen them leak. I know, like for my Neo Geo, I swapped out, the lithium battery in there, and I had to disconnect one of the. There's a resistor you have to take out so that it won't charge it because I replaced it with a regular lithium cell battery, and that's not supposed to leak. So I don't think it'll leak because these are rechargeable batteries in here. I'm assuming it's a lithium rechargeable as well. So I don't think I have to worry. And if anything, usually they're wrapped as well. So like if you ever open up like a battery, actually I have one over here. Hang on, let me go get it. Yeah, so if you take like this is my house phone, right? If I were to take off the back, it has these regular batteries on here, but there's some of them that have like a little connector, you know what I'm talking about? And it's like wrapped in like this rubbery material. That is what's probably in there, but I don't know. I've had watches that I recently just redid all my watches. I bought a kit and everything. These have lithium batteries in them, or cell batteries, the coin batteries, they call them. And, I've had dead batteries for years, opened it up, and there's never leaks. So I'm assuming it's that same technology. If it's flat like that it's definitely a coin battery that's in here. So I don't think alkaline is really what you got to worry about for leaking. But that was a good question. You said, Commander Line said they started putting door hangers on, and I talked to one of the guys running. Oh, yeah. You're still talking about the other issue, right? So you're only about a month away from having zippy fiber internet. It is zippy and everything, but I heard that it's super pricey. Who was I talking to? I can't remember who it was, but they said that Fios was super expensive and they wanted to cancel it and move over because it was just getting out of hand. Because they're great for like a year or two, but then it goes up. Oh, good to see you, Barricade. I know you're heading out. But yeah, so they said that it was pricey, but for me, like my actual, I can't remember what it was, but it has the normal price. I think it's like $90 a month plus the $50 on top of that to get the gigabit internet connection through Optimum. But they have a little coupon code called Fios. It's like, Fios discount instead or something. So from what I understand, when I was talking to the representative for sales, they said that they're being super competitive with Fios. I don't know if they know that it's not in this area yet, so they don't need to be competitive, but they're starting to get people on board for this. And for me, I'm literally paying $50 a month, plus tax, which comes out to like $54, $55 a month for gigabit internet. That's amazing. That's a great price. I was paying like, I want to say 120 last week. So that's a great deal, and I'm glad I got it. But yeah, I would love to have Fios. One of our guys in the roundtable, Jeff Kinder, has Fios, and this is what made me want to switch. He gets upload and download speeds of like gigabit, and like he did a speed test and did a screenshot. It was like 970 kilobytes per second each way. I was like, that's crazy. That's insane. Hey, thanks. Yeah, the game room, I have a game room tour coming. I haven't actually shot it yet because, man, something always happens, I always used to pride myself all my games are working. That's never had an issue. But then when I had to move my games around because of this flooding thing, my Crystal Castles, one of the leg levelers snapped off. I fixed it since then. I didn't film it or anything. I just fixed it. It took me like 10 minutes. But yesterday, my daughter was playing Outrun. We had left it on. We went upstairs to eat or something, the family. And then later on, I was like, oh, I left the arcade on. Let me turn it off. So I went down here. And sure enough, my whole row was on, but Outrun was on playing blind with no monitor. The monitor was dead on it. So I was like, crap. So I got to fix that before I do the tour. I'll probably do it off camera. I'll swap it out. I might not even have to. The first thing I'm going to do is check the fuse on the bottom of the cabinet. And if that's out, it's a very good chance that it just popped the fuse for whatever reason. But fuses pop for a reason, so I'm a little worried about that. So I'll check the fuses on the bottom for the monitor, because there's separate ones for the monitor and then for the game. And then if that's, burned out, I'll replace it, see what happens. If it pops again, it's probably the monitor. I rebuilt that monitor. It's a K7000, so it's not a terrible monitor. So I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but K7000s, I have to maybe reflow it or something. I did that game I did in my early on days. It's one of my first games I got down here, so it's very possible that I did not cap it as good as I should have, or refloat it as good as I should have. Now it's a different story, because I feel I'm very experienced with that now. So yeah, so it's just the monitor. It's plain blind. So I came downstairs, and I might even have a picture of it. Maybe I'll switch to the other camera so you can see it. Let's see here. So I wrote to my friends. I'm like, oh man, check it out. Outrun's dead. Well, almost. I just was like, ugh. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Let me just get rid of that. So I'll switch to the other camera here, but let's see. I believe I can switch there. There you go. So that's it. You can see it's on. It's just no monitor. So the monitor probably just died. Or the fuse. It could be the fuse too. There was no smoke. There was no smell of anything burning. A lot of times when the flybacks go or something like that, you'll smell it. Trust me. But yeah, so... Oops, I actually went to the wrong one here. There we go. But yeah, so we'll see. I'll just have to pull it out. It's an easy game to access for me, but the monitor is a pain in the butt on that, because you could take the back door off, you still can't get to the controls. You can get to the bottom controls on the monitor, but then the rest of it's in the top. You have to take out the 4 screws on the top and take off the top plate, which has a fan connected to it. You got to unplug the fan, remember which way to plug it back in. So it's a little bit of a terrible design, but that monitor gets super dirty anyway in that cabinet. It collects a lot of dust because the fan's right there. So it might need a good cleaning anyway, so I'll just pull it and see. But I don't want to say tons of monitors, but I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burn-free monitors right here on my shelf. Plus I have extras on the side I still got to work on. So I'm pretty good with monitors right now, where if one dies, I could just swap it out temporarily. But most likely, instead of swapping it out, it's probably easier just to take the 2 screws off on the back instead of taking the whole front off and stuff. And you just remove the chassis with those 2 screws, see what's going on, make sure everything is good to go with the chassis, or just I could take a spare chassis and swap out the chassis. That's probably easier instead of taking the whole thing apart, because you got to take the whole bolts off. It's a pain. Yeah, Mike, you're saying his internet is a faucet compared to your river. I did it because of pricing mainly, and then while I was there, I said, well, might as well get gigabit. I really thought that I was going to get gigabit upload speeds too, because I'm trying to push this thing to the limit. Right now, I think I'm broadcasting at like 13,000 kilobytes per second, so it looks super clear. But this is running at, I think, 30 frames per second. I wanted to up it to 60 at 4K and put 30,000 kilobytes per second, which is insane. That's like broadcast quality. Just to say I did it, to see how far I can push it. But unfortunately, I can't. This is the highest I think I can go. But it looks super clear, so I'm not worried about it. Plus, if I do Twitch, which I might do in the future, I was thinking of doing repair videos on Twitch, where I'll kind of simulcast, put it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I wanted to kind of broadcast to YouTube at 4K and then go to Twitch at a lower bandwidth. But I'm not sure if I could do that. I gotta figure out what to do. I'm not sure if OBS can do it natively. So what are you saying? Oh, Command the Line saying a lot of his games need the battery. What? A lot of my games need the battery is changed, and I have a bunch of CPS2 that need batteries refreshed. Oh, okay. Yeah, are you one of those who are purists? Like, you'll actually not want to suicide your, or Phoenix your CPS2s? There are images out there for the ROMs that you can actually Phoenix it. That's like when you basically don't need the battery. But A lot of them have the logo that says Phoenix on it, and a lot of people don't like that, so they prefer the original, or they're purists and want the original in there. There's a way to resurrect them anyway. Even if you do have a board that dies, there's technology now that you can do that. Mikey, I did do a last credit on Reactor, not mine. If you guys look at my last credit playlists, I went to ZapCon a couple of years ago and went to Brian's house, Arcade Nut. He's Arcade Nut on the forums on Clav. He has a Reactor, an all original Reactor, and he's really good at the game, and he actually showed me how to play. He explains everything in the video, like how to play, what everything does, and after he explains it, I'm like, this game is a simple concept and it's really fun. So yeah, so I did do a last credit on it, so I don't think I really need to do one. He did one already and it came out pretty good and I shot it, so but I could do a refresher on this one. So my Reactor, right now I'm waiting for some brackets. I have all the parts actually. And I have to get the coin door powder coated and stuff. But, you know, I've been taking low-hanging fruit lately, which is, you know, live streams and stuff. Plus, I watched a couple monitor chassis outside. I'm trying to get everything done before it gets too cold outside. It was like 60 degrees this past week. The whole week is beautiful out. It was like spring. Omega Mark saying to expand to Rumble, besides Twitch as well. Yeah. Yeah, Mikey, check it out. You know, I would link it, but it's pretty simple to find on my channel. Just go to last credit and you'll see it. It's one of the first two listed there. It's Reactor and it's a really good one. There's another one too called I have to look it up now because I do not remember. I have like the worst memory and I'm terrible with names. All that good stuff. So I'm gonna go here and check it out. And can you guys confirm also that you hear background music? You should be able to hear it. Kind of like a chip tune kind of thing. It's like royalty free, but it's pretty neat to have in the background. Yeah, so verify that in the meantime, and I'm going to look at the playlist I could even copy paste it for you guys. Let me look here. Nope, it's on the next page. Last credit the series, there it is. And so I have Zookeeper I have to redo because I've gotten a lot better at that game since I released that. Same thing with Crystal Castles. Metrocross, that's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, Metrocross is a unique game that Brian showed me as well, and that's a really cool and fun game to do. All right, so Reactor is right here. Let me actually click on it to play, and I will share it in the chat. So if you guys also want, I do have a Discord server that's all fully functional. It's Dell's Arcade server. There's one for Dell's Roundtable, and there's one for Dell's Arcade. There's both. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in here, and I'll link it to you guys. So this is the Reactor that I just pasted in there. If you click on it, it may kick you out of the stream, so just be careful. So Reactor. Let me just go here. My mic is in the way. Reactor, last credit. And then there we go. I'll actually kill this other one. Remove. Cool. So Command the Line said, I'm not against Phoenix, but my boards haven't died yet. Yeah, I would say if it hasn't died, just carefully. I mean, you have to keep the power on there, right, with both, and kind of, it's a little tricky, but no, actually, no. I'm thinking of the FD1094 Sega chips. Those you have to actually solder the new chip at the same time as the old one, and then desolder the old one, so it keeps constant. Those are even harder to change. But this one, I think you have a minute or two or 10 minutes. I can't remember what the thing is, but you have a little bit of a time before it dies completely. Yeah, so Mikey, check out that thing. It's really a good video. And he's just a good teacher. Like, he just he asked me, he's like, hey, do you want to play? I was like, nope, I just want to watch you play. I'll film and you do everything. And that was really fun. So I'm just catching up on chat, and I think I might end it soon because it's already 1:26 by me. And I'm just checking on my daughter again. I have the, you know, the... Wait, I'm listening. Okay, that's good. Cool. Yeah, she's fine. I have a baby monitor there. I thought I heard something, but it was just me. Cool. Any other questions before I end the stream about the Game & Watch? I mean, I'm still learning it. I'll probably give some feedback next time. Probably next week we'll have another roundtable. Maybe next Friday. Something like that. Super Puzzle Fighter 2. That's a good game. I'm surprised people know about that. Like, to me, like, I discovered that in MAME, and I was like, this is cool. It's kind of like a Tetris. No, it's more like columns, I guess. But you can, you know, when you get stuff, it's like a battle mode where you put stuff to the other screen, and you'll see them, like, you see the little characters. They look like bobbleheads of Street Fighter characters, and they shoot, like, all their powers and stuff, and it's just really well animated. I like it a lot. It's fun. Yeah, Puyo Puyo is great. I discovered that in MAME as well. Somebody had suggested, hey, you got to try this game. And to this day, like, whenever I kind of, you know, play consoles or whatever with emulation, I look for that game because it's really fun. Yeah, you know what's good too? Puzzle Bobble. That's one of my favorites as well. I have it on my, you can see it, can't really see it here, but on top I have my Neo Geo collection that I'm starting to, I actually got a collection before I actually got the machine assembled. But I was shopping today for Nightmare in the Dark. Man, those things are like, it's ridiculous. They're like $800 for that cartridge. I don't know if I'm paying that. So for now, you know, I'm not going to get that game, but I do have the case for it because I'm expecting to buy it eventually. I'm also looking for Metal Slug 5 if you guys know anyone who's selling it. The prices on those are pretty steep too, but I have all the Metal Slugs except for that one. I figured I'd start with that when I was collecting them. I want to get them all eventually, but I'm starting with the most expensive ones first so that over time I don't wait and then I don't pay double like 2 years from now. Yeah. Nightmare in the Dark, right? Is that the original one? For like the PC, Mikey? I remember, no, I'm thinking of Alone in the Dark, sorry. There was another PC game by Infogrames. They're the ones that did like Battle Chess and stuff, and they did Alone in the Dark for the PC. Wasn't a big fan. I played it like the first couple levels and that was it. I got frustrated. You know, D-Wags, I love driving games too. I was looking at that new Forza 5 that just came out. I actually put it on my wish list on Steam. I don't have a modern console, believe it or not. I think the most modern console I have is Xbox Original. I have the 360 joysticks. I have the Xbox One joysticks. I just don't have modern consoles. I don't need it. I have a PC. You know, you can't see it, but off camera, I got my RTX 3080 box behind me. So, you know, I'm not an avid gamer. I use it mostly for editing and video production, but you know, I figured if I'm going to get the Forza 5, it's going to be on my PC, so it looks pretty badass. I wonder if I should... Do you guys want to see, like, streaming of, like, PC games? I know there's Cannonball. Cannonball is, like, the Outrun version that somebody made that has, like... it's not even somebody, it's Chris White, I think, made that. He's the guy that made the enhanced Outrun. I think he was making that Cannonball game, and then he realized, and he kind of unlocked a lot of stuff in the ROMs and said, hey, I can actually make this for hardware. And he's the guy who made the enhanced kit for Outrun. But, yeah, so that would be great to play here, you know, where I have like a little, you know, I have the screen, I can do game streaming on here. I would want to play. There's one called Pico Park. Have you guys ever played that? I would love to play that with people I know, or even the community with you guys. But basically, you're like this little pixelized character, and you have to cooperate in order to pass levels. So it's really fun to play. I tried playing it with strangers, and like you can't talk to them or anything. It was really frustrating and annoying. Like some people would just troll and like try to kill you, and it's more fun when you know people. And we can get Discord going with that too. So Mikey says he's still fascinated by games like Spec Wars. Oh, sorry, I can't read here. Space Wars and TTL Logic games and the like. The stuff that they went through to get that kind of entertaining playable by a quarter. Yeah, I found John's Arcade. He had he kind of went through computer space, and that has TTL Logic also. Really basic TTL Logic, and it's amazing that thing works. The game is terrible. I've played it and I don't like it, but it's still amazing to see like how they got something like that to work. We take processors and all that for granted. It's pretty cool to see though. A buddy of mine, George, he's actually worked with me as a volunteer at the Cradle of Aviation. That's like the Arcade Age exhibit. He got their computer space to work. It was broken, so he totally restored it. Where he got the innards working, and he also replaced the TV with another TV. He got the same chassis. He just got super lucky and found it and replaced it, and that thing looks beautiful. Omega Mark, they do not have a battery inside Neo Geo carts. They actually have the battery on the PCB itself, and that's not even required to save the high scores. I believe that battery is for some other function. I just can't remember. It's something with the dip switch settings or something. It saves that. So yeah, there's no batteries required on that. You're thinking like Zelda. We were just talking about it, but Zelda had it built in on the cartridge. Same thing with Sega, like Phantasy Star. Cartridges like that had it, but not for Neo Geo. So I'm catching up with what D-Wag says. Check out Retro Ralph's channel and see the game he shows. I think it's the second to last video. Yeah, Retro Ralph, I think he released... he went to Chicago for the Pinball Expo and then also went to Galloping Ghost. I plan to go to Galloping Ghost. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it or not. I was going to... At the time when John did his years ago, I said, oh, they need a refresher. Nobody's gone to Doc Mac for a while. About this stuff, and to do a tour, but then these guys did it, so I'm like, well, that's the last thing the world needs, another retro tour of the same thing. So if anything, I might capture a different aspect of it where I kind of do like a vlog style or something where I'm talking about my whole trip, not really of that in particular. So we'll see. I'll eventually get there. I'm not going to get there next year. I have too much planned. I have ZapCon that I have. I got CAX that I'm planning to attend to, later in the year. Retro World Expo is here in Connecticut. That's local to me. So, yeah, but I need to do the updated tour. I know. I totally know. Man, these things are making my ears a little itchy here. But yeah, I got to do the updated tour. Like I said, once I fixed that monitor, it just happened last night. I was like, crap, I was ready to do it. So I will do that. And after I do the update, there's going to be another update also because I am getting, the Ring King in here. I got to figure out where to put that. Maybe I'll put it... I like to feature a lot of my games right here because they're on camera. So I might move Reactor to the side, have space for it, and then I'll put the Ring King right there so you can see the side art and appreciate the game for a little bit. That's like my featured game section right there next to the Ms. Pack. And then right next to the Ms. Pack, right here, I'm planning to put my Neo Geo, which I will also do live. I'm planning, now that the live stuff is working great, I am going to do a Neo Geo, bar top build from Harriman Customs. So someone asked me today, they said, hey, is that a Ms. Pack? Is that a Arcade 1-Up? I said, nope, there is no more Arcade 1-Ups on this channel. A friend of mine has one, actually, and I refuse to... He's like, oh, it's so cool, it's the pinball. I'm like, I refuse to shoot it. Sorry, I'm not doing that. So, so Neo Geo bar top. I'm building a bar top with real hardware in there, so it's going to have... That's why you see the cartridges on top there. I'm actually starting to collect them. I had refused to put in a multi-card in there. I wanted all real stuff, so I'm going to put a real... The only thing I won't be real is the CRT. I'll have a converter on there. So I have to, unfortunately, go LCD because of the form factor, but it's going to have real JAMA slot. It's going to have the real board in there, the slot 1 board. And then the way I'm going to design it in the back is when I open the door, it's going to pop open with a hinge. It's going to have the board right there. I'm going to be able to slide the cartridge right in, close it up, and it'll be the new game. So it's going to be a 2-player, huge cabinet, probably about the width of from where those 2 games are right there. So you'll have the end of here all the way to the edge of the Ms. Pack. It's pretty wide and it's tall. It's going to be taller than the Ms. Pack too. So I got to get rid of that movie poster and put it somewhere else. But I can't wait because it's ready to go. It has all the artwork and everything. I just got to assemble it. Night, Mikey. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the little super chat that you did. Command the line, yes. Metal Slug 6 is on the Atomic Wave, so I have it running behind me. You can see it. That is running. You could burn your own CDs, but that's actually a SD card that I have in my Dreamcast. But somebody converted it. They did that and Dolphin Blue. So Dolphin Blue is a cool one. I can load it up if you want to see it. I'm actually relaxing. I'm putting my feet up here. But I have the mode on there. It's by Terra Onion. I bought it last year. As soon as I saw the video and I said, I want this thing, I gotta have it. It's just cool. It just makes it better and it eliminates the need for the CD-ROM. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm loading up Dolphin Blue right now. That's the other version of the of Atomic Wave, another port that they did. And what's cool is that it runs a little bit slower because it's different hardware, but there's a text file that you can edit on the SD card. You literally just pull the SD card out, put it in your PC with a USB or something, and you can edit this thing to overclock the the actual Dreamcast, and it doesn't hurt it at all when you overclock it. It's like a slight, tiny overclock, and it runs fine. There's no non-issues. So you can see it running in the background. It's Atomic Wave, and I've always wanted to play Dolphin Blue. There was a YouTuber, I can't recall his name, but he had Dolphin Blue as he was playing it one time, and I was like, that's so cool. What is this game? It looks just like Metal Slug, but with dolphins. And he was saying that, yeah, you could just get a whole system. He actually had the Atomic Wave. I'm like, yeah, that sounds pricey to me, but I couldn't really get the emulators to run it correctly because it required a lot of, at the time, this is years ago, it required a really beefy PC to run, but they have the ROM out there. You could probably get the emulation to run it. But it's a little blurry in the background because it's focusing on me, but it really is a good game. It's like Metal Slug, you have power-ups, and you're on a dolphin riding. It's really cool. Very colorful game, too. And it's co-op as well. There's bosses. You can see there's a boss right there. There's end-of-boss battles, and it's really, it's a really long game. I mean, you could play for an hour to beat the whole game. It takes a long time. Metal Slug is... You could probably beat Metal Slug twice before you beat this. This one's super long. It's really fun, though. I've beaten it maybe a couple times. Once with my son, we played co-op, and another alone. The first time I did it. Yeah. Omega Marks is like, one-up games are for kids that you don't like. Yeah. Somebody gave me a different perspective. Arcade 1-Up was a good stepping stone for people. There's a lot of people. I mean, Retro Ralph is a perfect example of that. He had Arcade 1-Ups on his channel forever, and that's why his channel, it was super popular. Everybody was like, oh, I want this thing, and he was modding into the modding scene on it, and got super popular, which is great. And then he went into arcade games after that. So he's bringing that whole audience that had Arcade 1-Ups, and now he's making them kind of, planting the seed for them to have real arcades. Or arcade machines in their house and stuff. So I think that's really awesome that he does that. Arcade 1-Up in general, at first we're like, oh man, it's going to make the value of the games go down. It actually has increased the value of games. The games are kind of starting to get to like pinball prices now because people are so involved, you know, and they want more than just the arcade one-ups. They actually want real games now, so it's pretty cool. Mikey make me laugh. He said his friend had several one-up games in his house. Then I showed him my main cabinet and pics of my old mini arcade. Poor guy. Yeah. You know, I mean, that cabinet back there, I don't know if I'd ever sell it. That's my main cabinet. You know, I kind of joke around. It looks like an aircraft carrier, but mine's kind of unique where I have dual joysticks for each player. So I wanted at the time, I wanted Smash TV so badly because I played it as a kid, you know, Total Carnage and all those twin stick shooter games, you know. So you can play it with a one-player cabinet because you use, actually with a two-player cabinet because you use player one joystick as fire and then player one joystick as move and player two joystick as fire. But when you want to play together, you can't. There's only two joysticks. So what I did was I put two sticks for each player. So there's a stick here, there's buttons, and there's another stick. And I'll explain it when I do the tour. But you know, so it makes it extra wide, and I basically put everything on there if I want to play any game. I have a trackball, I have a spinner, I have a flight stick for Tron, I have 4 players, you know, so you could play everything on that thing, including Dungeons and Dragons, which has 4. I think that's the only game in MAME that has 4 buttons for players 3 and 4. Usually it's only 2 because people are like, why are you using 4 buttons? A lot of the games don't use it, but that one game does, so you could play it on there. You could play Simpsons, X-Men. I mean, it's really great for parties. And at the time, when I was younger, I built that over 10, maybe even 15 years ago. You know, people would come over. We'd have Super Bowl parties and stuff. We just put football-themed games on it. It was a lot of fun. So, I don't know if I'd ever sell it. It kind of has sentimental value to me, that Ultra Arcade. That's the first one I built. But I use it all the time. I'm using it right now for this video to play Nintendo stuff. I'm actually thinking of installing, I have my Galaga 88, which is the Gaplus cab. That's an original board that's in there, but then I was playing Galaga 90, which is the TurboGrafx port of Galaga 88. And it's a little different. It's really fun to play. So I've been playing that on my MAME game, my MAME cabinet lately. So I'm actually thinking about putting a Raspberry Pi to boot to that one game. And I have the Raspberry Pi to JAMA adapter. And then sticking it in one of the slots on my Gaplus, because I have 8 slots in there, so I could always stick it in there. So I have Galaxian, Galaga, Gaplus, which is Galaga 3, Galaga 88, and then Galaga 90. So I think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, well, the reason they have 6 buttons on players 3 and 4, actually, Mikey, is because they use them for consoles. So it's not just a MAME cab for arcade games. They use them for consoles as well. And a lot of the consoles require all 6 buttons. Sometimes they have more that you got to put on there. So if you want to play like Super Smash Brothers or some other game or whatever it is, you know, players 3 and 4 need all their buttons just like a regular controller. So that's why you see that. Because I questioned that too. I was like, why would you have that? And people are saying, oh, we play emulators on them. So yeah, so my other plan I wanted to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. I was gonna sell my what is it, the Vulix clone. It's like, it looks like IKEA furniture. You've seen it in my videos. I have it on the other side. It has like a 32-inch flat screen in it, and it's really cool. It has the buttons, you know, 6, is it 6 or 8? No, actually that has 8 buttons per player and Sanwa joysticks on it. I was gonna sell it because I'm like, you know, it's kind of like furniture. It has like doors that open on the bottom. It's really meant for consoles. And I'm running my Xbox original in that I hacked, so I have only fighting games on that. So a friend of mine wanted it for his kids, but then now my daughter and my son are like obsessed with it. So I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? Should I sell it? Should I keep it? It would make a lot of room. So then I thought about it. I was like, well, if I do have to redo it, I have a spare, like I'm looking at it here. I have my old PC right there, you know, which has like the Ryzen, the Ryzen 7 1800X. That thing will run anything. So if I stick that and make it a Steam PC to run all the games on Steam, all the fighting games on it, I think it would really make it nice. So I have to decide what I want to do, because I want the main cabinet to be that one back there, and then the more modern one will play the consoles, and it'll basically be like a Steam PC. So I might keep it. I don't know. My friend would be super disappointed if he's hearing this now. You know, sorry, man. But I'm having second thoughts. He almost picked it up. What was it? Last month or the month before that, and then we had that Hurricane Ida thing, and he had like, you know, tons of water in his basement. He got really flooded where he had to go through insurance, and they're reconstructing it right now, putting all the sheetrock in. And he told me, hey man, I can't pick it up right now because my basement's flooded, but he still wanted it. And now I'm like, well, you know, that was kind of, you know how like you want to sell a game and you have like sellers, you know, remorse. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have sold that game. I'm having that now. Like, man, I shouldn't have sold that game, but I have it. I didn't sell it yet. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't sell it. I don't know. I'd probably I have to get rid of something. Maybe I'll get rid of Centipede, the one I rebuilt. I don't know. I have a Millipede with the Centipede kit in it, so. But the set Centipede looks so badass with that pink trackball and the way I redid it. So I don't know. I get bored all the time with my games. So maybe I'll just get rid of a cocktail. I have a dead cocktail sitting over there. It's JAMA. It works. It's so ugly. I got it for $30. I might just pull the monitor out of it, put it on storage because it's a burn-free monitor there. Throw an LCD in it and sell it as is to someone. You know, that could fit about 2 arcade games where that's sitting the footprint right now. So. Oh, D-Wags, really? You hate Steam, he said? He got his credit card stolen? Sorry to hear that, man. Man, you're having rough luck. Oh, really? Yeah, I never had that issue. I've never put my credit card on Steam. I have a PayPal account I use with it. I've always used PayPal, that's it. I do still have my Arkanoid. I have both of them. I have 2 Arkanoids. I have my Arkanoid cocktail, which I never got rid of. It's sitting right there. And then I also have my Taito cab. It's in a Kicks cab. That's tournament Arkanoid, which I have as well. So I have 2 of them. So I could get rid of the Arkanoid if I wanted to. I don't know what I want to do yet. You know, maybe I'll take that 13-inch monitor from that spare cocktail, stick that into Arkanoid, and then sell that, and then sell both of them. So I'm not sure. But it's a good game. I like Arkanoid, but I've played both over the years. I really like Tournament Arkanoid way better. It's harder. It starts right off the bat. Boom. You're like deep in it. Arkanoid, it's very slow at the beginning, and then it kind of ramps up over time. Tournament Arkanoid, you're just right in it right away. So that's what I like about it. It's fun. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Magical Drop 5 is available on Steam. Yeah, Steam is good too. The other reason I want to do Steam is cheap. You know, I remember getting Batman, right? The Arkham Asylum games and all that. $5. You know, I bought them like years after they came out, but I don't have time to play video games. So I got Tomb Raider. Still haven't finished it. I bought that for like $2 on sale. I get the Steam summer sales and, you know, all stuff like that. So yeah, I might pay money for a driving game, but again, that new game just came out. You know, so I'll just wait till it gets on sale. I put it on my wish list, but it's way cheaper. I have a huge library, and then they have that new handheld coming out that got delayed, I think, by 2 months, but still, that's looking really good, you know. So we'll see. It's really nice to import or buy a system, and there's like your games are already there that you've already purchased. So yeah. All right, so I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out. I really did this more for me. You know, I was gonna just do this unboxing just to do it. I was gonna open it up. I said, you know what? Let me get more experience. I'm trying to get more experience with streaming. So this is really a good test to do. And again, you know, the games, I mean, you guys can see what's in it. You guys, I would recommend totally buy this. Buy this before they sell out, because they're going to sell out. I think they're on Amazon. You could probably get them with free shipping if you're a Prime member. Best Buy probably has free shipping. I think they do free shipping for anything over $35. So you can get it at Best Buy, but grab them because they're going to go away. I'm just curious what's next. They should probably do Metroid next. That would be amazing if they did that, where they had regular Metroid and Super Metroid on one Game and Watch. I would buy that. I don't know. What do you think? If you're seeing this after the fact we went live, leave it in the comments if you stuck around this long. What do you think they should put next for the Game & Watch? I think Metroid would be great. Or Castlevania. Yeah, Castlevania is good. But Metroid is owned by Nintendo, so that's probably going to be first. Castlevania, they have to kind of license from Konami, I think. So might be a little harder. Yes. Mikey, he said, would you want to own a virtual pinball table like that? Basically, it'd be a virtual pinball cocktail combo. I don't know if I'd do a combo, but I would definitely want to either build or purchase a virtual pinball table. I'm all for that. You know, I have friends that like, they go down the rabbit hole when it comes to like pinballs, and like they're so expensive. If I had to buy one, I'd probably buy a new in box. Like I really want the what is it? Sword of Rage. I really liked it. I played it at Jay's house when he unboxed it on John's Arcade. That's a really good game. I really liked it. I would want it with that nice topper too, but it's thousands of dollars. So I'm thinking, well, for the same price, you can get a really nice virtual pinball that someone else builds. Bring it here, and you have like hundreds of tables on it. And it's only, you know, I don't have space for all these things. I would never, that's the thing, I would never get rid of my vids for pinballs. I know people do that. I can't stand when people do that. They kind of abandon it. I'm keeping my vids. I'm not getting rid of them. And I do not have room for other pinballs to be in here. So a virtual pinball I can make room for. There's one machine and it plays them all and it's pretty close. That's good enough for me. Commander Line said he's still looking for a Cyclone pin. Yeah, and Omega Mark said, I started gaming with pinballs as a kid. Yeah, I never played pinballs as a kid. I played vids and I wasn't attracted to the pinballs at all. I thought they were kind of boring. They weren't fast and furious like the other stuff. But then as an adult, I got to appreciate them. It's like fine wine. So Matty Mo's Arcade, you're saying Donkey Kong should be next? Yeah, I guess they could have that. That's a big one though. I think they'd lose money if they put like all three Donkey Kongs. Donkey Kong, you know, the original, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong 3. But yeah, Metroid I think that's a good, that would sell like crazy. They could even charge $60 or $75. People would buy that. If it had Metroid, even if it had the new, what is it, Metroid, I can't remember the new one that just came out on Switch. I doubt they would have that, but if they had the original Metroid and Super Metroid, that would be, just those two games would be incredible. So Mikey said, previous comment, see my previous comment, would you own a table with the table and DMD, but no backlash to facilitate a table cocktail combo? Oh, I see what you're saying. I would say no, then. I like it to look cool. And for me, like I've seen those at ZapCon, they had these really weird, like multicades that look like they had like a pinball playfield. They basically had a huge, like, I don't know, 42-inch monitor turned sideways. And then you have flippers on the side and you would play pinballs like going up, like in your face. Like the playfield was up like this. And then on the bottom, they had a joystick too, and you could play vertical games and MAME games. It was cool. It was a nice concept, but it just looked too weird for me. So, you know, I've come past that point where I'm like, I don't want an all-in-one machine anymore. I want to have like two separate ones. So there's a pinball virtual pin and then a cocktail multicade or something like that, but I wouldn't get both combined. I know I kind of laugh when I see those virtual pinballs that have like a joystick on top. And they're like, yeah, I could play Ms. Pac-Man on my virtual pin. I'm like, no thanks. I want it to look legit. And it wouldn't say multicade. It would probably say like, you know, one of the top games. Like if I wanted to get, I don't know, I'll give a dumb example. Back to the Future. I love that movie. It's great. I would probably get a Back to the Future theme, so it looks like a Back to the Future pinball. And you could run Back to the Future, so it looks pretty legit for people that don't really know. And then it would also play the other games on it too. But the whole package would look like a real pinball machine. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of outgrew I would never build another Like, you know, it was fun to do. I learned a lot building that MAME cabinet, but I don't think I'd do it again. If people ask me to, like relatives or something, I might do that, but it's easier to just stick like a 60 and one in there to me than to do it the other way around. Caveman is a pinball, I guess, that has a joystick. I know some of them have the, you hit like this plunger thing and it kind of does a magnet. It's like a ball saver. I've seen those. Those are cool. But yeah, it just looks weird when you have like too many buttons on everything. I want to kind of be minimal about it. Yeah, if I built a multicade, it'd probably be, like I said, one of these. Like, you know, like a bar top or something, but not a full size. Although I did invest in one. I have one upstairs, actually. I have a multicade. It's my confession. I have one in my full-size multicade inside my living room right now. But I bought it specifically to flip it. And it wasn't a destroyed game. It was like it was a scratch-built multicade that somebody made to be a multicade, and I picked it up for $150. The monitor was broken. I basically fixed it, put some really nice artwork on it, polished it up, changed the T-molding, and changed the coin door, and it is beautiful. It looks like brand new, and there's a huge profit margin in that, and I don't feel guilty because it's not an original arcade. Somebody built it from scratch, so it's not like any shaped cabinet you've ever seen. It's very different. So it's definitely not like they took, you know, a Moon Patrol and destroyed it. Like it was, you know, built from scratch. That's why I bought it. The people that had it wanted to get rid of it. I took the opportunity, picked it up for $150, and you can make, I don't know, for me around here in the city, they sell for $1,400 all day. So that's a good project that can go towards, you know, restoring all the real games. And you're not destroying arcade history because it was fake to begin with. So Command the line, you're hilarious. He often fantasized about a crazy taxi pinball, especially if they could get the original soundtrack. Yeah, I guess that would be good. Yeah, it's all about rights now. Like, people are so dumb. Like, you have you know, all the intellectual properties and all that, you know, with what is it, Star Wars, you know, you have the Star Wars pins, the Stern one, like, you know, it's not the same, but then you have mods on it where you can make it have the original music that you want on it, you know, but because they couldn't get the rights to it, it's not going to have that. It's just, I don't know, it's gotten to the point it kind of sucks. And it all started with Napster, when everybody's suing each other. Goonies pin, I didn't even know they made that. So Mikey's saying he built a MAME cab from scratch as a clone of the Robotron Cabaret rather than destroying an original cab. Yeah, that's a good idea for sure. My cab, actually, my MAME cab, I don't even know what it was. I looked it up. I could not figure out what that cabinet is, but it looks like, I don't know if it's a Dynamo. It was some generic cab that they had a Wizard of War marquee in. So, like, it wasn't a Wizard of War, but it was a Wizard of War conversion, you know, that they took, you know, and they just put whatever it is. So when I bought that cab, I bought that cabinet for $25. I remember my friend was actually picking up a Street Fighter 2, and he's like, hey, come with me. You know, they have another thing there. It's an empty cab. I know you wanted to look for a MAME cab, and he helped me out. So I went with him, helped him, you know, secure the deal. We loaded everything up in his truck, both games. And mine was actually outside in the rain for a while, for months. And then I just restored it where it had laminate on the side, but it was thicker than normal. So it's very possible that my cabinet was just built, but I don't recognize it, the profile, nothing. So anyway, long story short, I ended up selling the Wizard of War marquee, which somebody just wanted for wall art. I sold it, I think, for $15 on eBay. So basically, I paid $10 for that cab, and it was empty. And then eventually, I got coin doors. I had to get 2 over/under coin doors. I must have paid $10 for each at the time. There was a collector out here that had a barn, and he had, like, I went to his basement. He had monitors. I mean, hundreds of monitors. I remember his name too, John Overchuck. He had a barncade. I think he's out of the hobby now, but at the time he had you would just go to his basement. He had like coin doors lined up. So he's like, hey, just pick whatever you want, $10 each. And I picked out 2 coin doors that fit, put those in, restored them, and that was the end of that. And then I paid more probably for the, I did Arcades Are Fun. They actually cut the wood for me, and then I just did everything else where I wired it up. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Wow. See, that was my Zelda telling me, hey, it's late. But it just changed. You can see it here. There it is. It changed to 2 o'clock, and it did the secret sound. And that's the, can you see that on the camera? I don't know if you can see that, but it lights up on the back. Yeah, you can see it right there. I think that's so cool that it does that. Yeah. So anyway, guys, it's 2 o'clock. I'm off tomorrow morning, and I'll have to get up early, but still, you know, I don't want to stay up too late. And I'll get to that outrun soon. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on that. I don't think it'll probably take me a few minutes to fix. It's probably something stupid that got loose. I don't think it's worthy of a video, to be honest. Time is precious now. Okay, so I'm just looking at this now. Did you see my last comment? What is it over here? Oh, so Mega Mark, I missed this. He said, did you try Age of Empires 4? No. I used to play it. I put it on my wish list. So when it's on sale, maybe in the summer or maybe in the winter or something, I'll get it. I think Mike got it. I haven't talked to him yet to see if he likes it, but he's a big fan. I think he bought it right off the bat. D-Wags also said, I have to say thanks since I'm getting my wife the Williams control panel like you got for your Centipede for Christmas. Okay, cool. Okay, so it says we got time now. All right, well, good night, guys. I'm gonna head off. I'm reading all these comments. You guys have been pretty responsive. It's only 10 of you here, but you know, like I said, I really did it for myself. Every time I do a stream, I learn more. So I've learned a lot tonight. Got the music going in the background, and I got to show you guys this really cool project here. This little Game & Watch, which is pretty amazing. Go out and buy it. Not an endorsement for Nintendo. I think it's just really good. Cool. So Micah said, thanks for another awesome stream, Dale. Just tell us what was wrong with it. Unless it's a big thing, then yeah, we'd love to see how you fix it. Yeah, so that he's talking about the outrun. So my outrun monitor died. I'll have it swapped out, or I'll fix it. Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to end it. Thanks again for stopping by. Don't forget, you know, you guys, if you're not subscribed, do it already. You guys are probably all subscribed anyway. But anyway, hit me up on Twitter. I may post stuff. I post stuff on Instagram too, probably more than Twitter. It's just an easier platform for me to do stuff. But you know, I'll see if there's anything wrong. I'll open it up in the next couple days and see what's up with that outrun monitor, and maybe I'll see a blown flyback or something. But again, I didn't smell any smoke or anything, so I don't know what's wrong with it. It could have been just a fuse. But yeah, I'm still keeping that. It's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about it. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.